on this story. A quick reaction first, Sujay Kantawala. How are you reading this entire story, the manner in which it is panned out? The Chief Justice of India cannot constitute a bench to hear a case involving him, and it is not allowed under the administrative law. And when Kapil Sibal asked on record, he was refused. The Supreme Court refused to share the details, and then he went ahead and withdrew the petition. How do you read the situation? First up.
Well, this was I view all these happenings that are going on as an attack on the very citadel of our judicial institution, the apex court, and this percolates down to the other courts that function under its supervisory jurisdiction. So I am very happy today that the Constitution bench, which was hearing the petitioners, asked pertinent questions. They asked, please proceed with the matter on merits. What is your problem? You are already before us. The bench has been constituted. Now you are asking us that who constituted the bench. This is not the issue. The issue was you are before us. 5 judges are already sitting and presiding. You have already appeared and started your arguments. Argue the matter on merits. So why was Mr. Sibal shying away from arguing the matter on merits?
You know, this is where I'd like to bring Abha Singh in. This is where I'd like to bring Abha Singh in. Abha Singh, are you convinced with Sujay Kantawala's reaction on this particular issue, given the fact that we were talking about this earlier as to the whole question of the CJI having to recluse himself to decide the constitutional bench, and that is exactly where the argument began, and that's when the dismissal came in?
Exactly. I'm not at all surprised. From the morning itself, we were sure that it would be dismissed because Mr. Sibal took the right stand when you are not telling how this bench was constituted, when the matter was being heard in Justice Tillameshwar's court, and out of the blue you come and constitute a 5-member bench. And today when he is specifically asking why was the bench refusing to give, why was the bench guarded, I would say the bench itself, the constitution of that bench was tainted, and Mr. Sibal was very right in withdrawing the petition, because when you know that certain people are not there in the bench, when the superiority is sidelined, when the 6 to 10 are there, you know they are under the CGI, who has not recused himself. So it was very true that
I can see Ishkaran Bhandari wants to make a point as well before we go over to our legal editor. Ishkaran Bhandari, you want to make a point? I can see your hand up.
Very clear situation. It was a fair bench. The collegium, the 4 members of the collegium have spoken against the CGI.
Correct.
The CGI is also involved in this impeachment motion.
Correct.
So all the top 5 people are interested parties in one way or the other.
Right.
After the top 5, 6 to 10, which are the senior most judges, have been constituted by this bench. It is not as if judge number 6, judge number 12, judge number 15 has been picked up. The senior most judges outside the controversy have been made a part of this bench. 6 to 10 are the senior most outside the 5 members of the collegium who for various reasons are parties or have spoken on this issue or this controversy and are in a way part of the controversy.
Right.
So it was an extremely fair bench. It is not a case of cherry picking of judges. So I do not understand why, when the senior most available judges outside the scope of the controversy were constituted, what objection can anybody have to that? That is as per the highest constitutional provision and practices that the senior most people...
How could a person, you cannot be a judge in your own cause.
How is it illegal?
How could you constitute a bench where, why are you not sharing the information?
Please
why
understand.
Are you not sharing the information that how was this bench constituted? Why are you on the defensive? The court should be transparent. When you say 327 of the CRPC says all the hearing is in the open, at that time you want the trial to be open, fair, and you're not ready to tell who composed the bench.
It's a constitutional court. It's not a CRPC
Hold on. I'd ask all of you to hold on for just about a bit. Arunima, I'm going to be coming to you. Arunima, we're getting these diverse reactions coming in from all these senior lawyers who are on the panel with us right now as well. Arunima, now the bigger questions are, by withdrawing this petition, by seeking grounds on how the bench was formed, is Kapil Sibal casting aspersions on this particular bench too? What is the kind of reaction that you're picking up from lawyers as you stand outside Supreme Court? Clearly the petition plea has been dismissed now.
Well, two kinds of reactions coming in from two ends of the spectrum. One